Hi everyone, let's explore some spinal movement in our standing postures. You don't need anything particular for this practice. We're just going to play a little bit gently with moving the spine. We're going to start in standing. Take some time to feel your weight centered between your right and left foot, and to feel as connected as you can equally between the balls and the heels of your feet. So to do this, you may find that it works better to space your feet more, and to turn them a particular way. We're going to see if we can get really centered and grounded into the feet. And then take a few breaths, feeling that your inhale is traveling up from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head, and that you're exhaling back down into the earth. Letting your breath connect you, feet to head, and head to feet. When you're ready, we're going to bring your arms up. If it feels good, you can interlace your fingers at the top. Feel free to bend your elbows slightly. And then we're going to take a little side bend to one side. And as you're going, see if you can feel how you're doing this side bend. So sometimes what we'll do is shift the hips to the opposite side and do this more as a hip movement. So what we're going to do today is we're going to stay sort of centered on the feet. We're going to keep the pelvis upright. We're going to think about this side bend happening further up the spine. So we're getting a lot of the side bend up into the armpit. Breathing into the top side ribs. Noticing how it feels to side bend in this way. And we're going to come back up thinking about moving through the spine, coming over to the other side. Again, see if you can open up through the armpit, breathing into the upper side ribs. Lovely. Then we're going to come back up, moving through the spine. Let the arms come out to the sides and down. Now we're going to bring the arms slightly back beside us, extending out through the fingertips. Think about lengthening through the front of your breastbone, letting your neck be long, and lengthening so much through the breastbone that you're starting to look up a little bit towards the ceiling, letting your upper back curve back a little bit. Nice, easy breath. So this shouldn't feel crunchy down in the lower back. This is a super gentle upper back focused back bend here. So really thinking about growing through the sternum, through the breastbone, and letting the neck be soft. Think about moving through the very upper vertebrae of the back into the bottom of the neck a little bit, and then gently lift the chin. I'm going to take one more breath. And then coming all the way back up. Now we're going to take a warrior one pose. So you may want to be facing the short edge of your mat. We're going to have the right foot stay where it is, and we're going to step the left foot back. From here, you can really feel that you want to connect down into that back heel. If you're finding that's challenging where your feet are placed, move your feet a little closer together. We don't necessarily have to have a big stance for this. We're going to focus on the spinal movement anyway. We want to feel pretty stable on the feet if possible. So go ahead and widen your feet out side to side if that helps you to feel a little bit more balanced. And for what we're doing today, I'm not necessarily so worried about what's happening in the hip. So if you feel better turning that back foot out, feel free to do so. If it feels better for you to have the back foot more forward, do that instead. We're going to really keep that connection between the left heel and the floor as you bend the right knee any amount. Again, as long as it feels good in your body, I'm not worried about that knee going forward of the ankle or not. So feel free to bend that knee any amount that feels good to you. From here, We're going to imagine you're hugging the legs towards each other a little bit, so you have a little more work through the legs. Hands come up to the breastbone. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to twist toward the right. So you're holding that work in the legs. You're twisting your body towards the right side. Still grounded down through the feet. Nice full breath. Lovely. I'm going to take one more breath. And then slowly unwind. Legs stay the same. Pelvis stays the same. Hands come down. Soften off of the work of the legs. You're going to step the feet together, standing. And then we'll keep the left foot where it is, step the right foot back. Same thing here. We want to feel grounded. We want to feel as stable as you can. This side might feel completely different to you because bodies are asymmetrical. That's normal. So adjust for what you feel on this side. Wider side to side if you like for balance. Narrower front to back if you like. Feel free to do whatever feels good with that back leg. For our purposes today, I'm not worried about it. We're going to really connect down into that back heel though. So feeling that back heel pressing actively into the floor. I'm going to bend into the left knee any amount. As long as the knee's happy, I'm happy. Taking a few breaths to feel into this. If everything feels okay, you're going to hug your legs towards each other. So you're creating a little work through the legs. Hands come up over the breastbone, stacked palms. Take a full, easy breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to twist toward the left. And then you're just going to hold and breathe. Still finding some work in the legs. Soft in the twist. Soft around the eyes. Making space for the breath within the pose. And when you're ready, you're going to think about moving from the rib cage to unwind. And then softening off of the work of the legs. Step the feet together. Take a moment to stand. Noticing how things feel now. And we're going to end with some roll downs. So for roll downs, feel free to put some space between your feet if that feels good. We're going to keep the knees nice and soft because the knees are how you're going to control your center of gravity as you roll forward. Take a few of those breaths we did to start out with where you're breathing from the feet to the head. Exhaling back through the feet. Feeling grounded and centered on both feet. And then as we roll down, you're going to go nice and slow. You're going to keep your shoulders and arms really relaxed so the arms follow the movement of the spine. And you're really going to think about sequential movement from the top of the spine to the bottom. We can't isolate joints per se, but you're really going to slow down and see if you can be aware of what's moving and what isn't. So we're going to start with the skull on the top joint of the neck. As you do that, it might feel more like the chin comes in toward the throat. And then you're going to roll down the neck, vertebra by vertebra. As you get into the upper back, you're going to let the shoulders be relaxed so the movement is focused on the spine, not so much on the shoulders. Shoulders follow the spine though. Go easy through any sore places. No need to push your range of motion. But you're really taking your time here to go through the spine bit by bit. Eventually, you'll get down to the tailbone and hips, and you'll need to hinge forward at the hips, letting the pelvis come forward. As you come into your forward fold, you can let your arms hang. You can hold on to the legs. You can hold opposite elbows. You could have blocks in front of you for the hands, whatever works. Taking a few easy breaths here. As we roll up, you're going to use your knees again to control your center of gravity as you come up. And you're going to focus on moving sequentially through the spine. So starting with the tailbone and the pelvis. Pelvis comes upright. And then really feeling your way through the low back. Seeing if you can unfurl the spine, segment by segment, keeping the rounding through the upper back as you go. Eventually, as you come up to the mid and upper back, your rib cage is going to start to come upright. Let the arms and shoulders stay relaxed so they follow the movement of the spine. And then eventually you're curling up the neck, bottom to top. When you make your way all the way up, you're going to take a few breaths at the top again, bringing the inhale up from the feet. Exhaling back down, head to the floor. Noticing how you feel having gotten a little bit of movement into the spine. So this is a really nice movement break that you can do in standing. There's just a few different postures, moving the spine in a lot of different ways. It can be a really nice way to get a break if you know you've already been pretty sedentary or you're going to be sitting for a long time or in one position for a long time. This can be a nice way to introduce a little bit of movement. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions or you want to share what you experienced, please feel free to do so in the comments. I will answer those questions for you if you ask them. And I hope that you enjoy practicing these spinal movements in standing. Take really good care.